Hey guys, I know this is an unusual time for me to be going live, but this is something that I've been thinking about doing for like the past week, and the reason why I'm doing it is because my bonus son, hey Jenna, is turning 22 years old tomorrow, and I have done some serious reflecting and thinking about that, and yay, Roseanne! So I wanted to get back with you guys and show you that I am, show you that I am living proof of keeping the faith. So this may be my most vulnerable video that I've ever done, because what it is I want to tell you my story about Mr. Sexy, probably in depth before I've ever done this. I've never probably given this much detail, considering that my oldest bonus son is 22 years old. So, I told you, Ro. Yeah, by the way, Justin Timberlake knocked it out of the park. Class act. Yay, Eagles, because, sorry, I'm from Buffalo. We don't like the Patriots around here. So here is my story. For those of you that don't know who I am Catherine J, aka Mrs. B 1948. And my volunteering here at Strong Prison Wives is to tell you what it's like to be in the re-entry part of the whole journey, and what it's like to be on parole in New York State and be with a loved one, and also that my loved one is a level 1 registered sex offender. So I'm here to share my experiences with you. For those of that don't know, is that Mr. Sexy and I have known each other well over 30 years. It's probably 32 now. And our parents grew up with one another. We come from a very not small neighborhood, but a very broad neighborhood where everybody knows each other, and our families are very much alike. We're very old school Italian Catholics. We both have been working since we were 14 years old. Mr. Sexy lost his father when he was a senior in high school. The man went to work and never came home again, and had to do what we had to do to survive. My father was a drug addict after he left my mother to not face his demons, and basically he had a crush on me when I was 14 years old. I didn't realize that he had a crush on me. I was dating a acquaintance of his who was my first love, crushed me, devastated me, not once but twice, and we remained friends. And then when we turned 21 years old, he was in another relationship with somebody else, and she completely and totally crushed him, and we had become friends with benefits. With that being said, I unfortunately ended up being diagnosed with hepatitis C, and I was told that there was a 50-50 chance that I was going to live. Mind you, I just found out 3 months ago that that was all not true, that my doctor had overreacted and did not give me all of the basis, and that my case was not as serious as that I thought. With that being said, that 22 years ago, I made a decision that Mr. Sexy and I would not continue our relationship at the next level, and pushed him away and stopped the thing of beginning a family because of those circumstances, and hence he met his ex-wife. So, needless to say, he was going through a legal matter at that time and was on parole at that time for something else. And my bonus son's mother was pregnant with my oldest bonus son and was having some difficulties. And he did not report to parole. Bye, Jenna, and catch it on the replay. And needless to say, he ended up, she was having some horrible experiences and was in the hospital. He did not report to parole and ended up spending 9 months in jail. During those 9 months while he was in jail, I took care of her and my oldest bonus son. He had just been born 22 years ago. And I helped them continue their relationship. I'm not going to tell you how because it will fall out of compliance. But let's just say that if they did not have me, they would have never had their relationship. Because she is deaf, I had to go on visits with her because she needed somebody to interpret her for her. But now she doesn't understand who I am or how I talk anymore. Sorry. So, needless to say, they got over the 9 months and they ended up getting married. I did a reading in their wedding. And when my second bonus son was born at 3 months old, I pushed Mr. Sexy away because I was still having feelings and I didn't want to put him in that situation because he was in love with her and he was happy and I was happy for him. I chose this. With that being said, I want to say that we spoke once during his marriage. He called me on the phone. He never came back to our old neighborhood for certain reasons. I'm not going to get into that. And in October of 2007, he reached out to me and told me that she wanted the divorce. And then in April of 2008, the alleged night happened. I found out in October of 2008 what was going on. And he ended up going to jail for violation of probation in April of 2010. Our relationship became literally legit and formal that past October of 2009. That's when I had moved out of my ex-boyfriend's house, moved into this apartment that he had given me, and we had become a couple. And he ended up doing 4 years in jail and is now on parole for New York State. What I'm trying to say is you guys keep the faith. I mean, when I got on that altar to do that reading for their wedding, I would have never thought that I would have been here. Is this the optimate situation that I want to be in with him? No, it's not, but I'm with him. So I guess that's why I always say some is better than none, because again, I'm not supposed to be here. I mean, 22 years ago, I thought I was going to die. He was having another girl's baby and they were getting married. So the bottom line of this story is you guys, you need to keep the faith because you never know what the intentions are. As Ro and I like to say, and we're going to get a little woo-woo about this whole thing, God has his own plan for you, and you never know what that is, and you can't keep second guessing all these things that are going on in your life. You need to go with the flow, live in the now, and be happy. I mean, be happy. If you're going to be miserable in life and blame everything on everybody else and what's going on and make excuses all the time, and you're turning down a path that's not good. Personally for myself, I really keep my alcohol consumption for a reason to a certain point, because I know who I come from. I know where I come from. I have drug addicts in my life. My family. I have alcoholics in my family. I believe that hepatitis came into my life so that I would not become a junkie or I would not become an alcoholic, and that I needed to go through that to learn that message. So yeah, I don't drink a lot. You know, when I drink, it's a special occasion. I don't think drinking at home alone is a very good idea. And that's, you know, why I get on my living room floor and dance it out. You know, sometimes people think that I'm hammered and drunk when I'm doing it, but that's not true. I do it so that I don't get drunk and hammered. And the lesson that I'm trying to teach you, or what I'm trying to say, is, you know, there are other ways to work out those issues. I mean, think about it, you guys. We are all alone at the end of the night. So why not throw the radio on and dance it out? Get your frustrations out that way. And by the way, you're getting exercise. I'm just saying. So that's what I learned. I mean, I remember what it felt like that morning that I woke up and found out what I had. And it was horrific. I couldn't do anything for 3.5 weeks. I was depending on other people to take care of me. And, you know, we're all doers. I mean, think about it. We have these men and these people in our lives that are counting on us to do things for them because they can't do it. And we get things done. We do. We get things done. And when you have to rely on somebody, that's extremely scary. Which is another fact of this whole relationship, because I came from a relationship of 10 years and that person depending on me, and then, you know, getting thrown aside and it not working out. And, you know, Mr. Sexy's been doing, you know, what he did in his marriage, and all of a sudden that got, you know, squashed. So, you know, again, just go with the flow, live in the now, you guys, and keep the faith. Keep the faith. I know, you know, we each and every single one of us have these circumstances that are out of our control, and right now, but everything is temporary. Everything is temporary, and it's all going to change. And another little message that I want to put out there is let's keep in mind that you own absolutely nothing. Nothing. You don't own your boyfriend. You don't own your children. You don't own your car. You don't own anything. All you own is right here, what's going on. You, yourself. That's it. So keep it all in here. Make it happen. And guys, what I'm preaching, I need to practice. You know, I need to get off my airy dare and make things happen. And it's a lot of work and it's a lot of effort, but again, that's what we're here for, is to help you and move that on and move that forward. Thank you for the love, you guys. I love you guys. So that's my moral of my story. Like, I'm thinking about my bonus son, and I'm remembering when he was born 22 years ago, running over to the hospital to go help her. I remember the day she took him home from the hospital, and you know, all the things that were being said about him between her mother and him, and how far we've come, you know, and here I am 22 years later, and now I'm in this horrific situation with her, and I'm waking up realizing it doesn't matter. I don't have to get along with her, and that's a problem that I have because of where I came from, you know, always thinking that everybody has to like me. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like me. And I have to learn that. It's okay. Not everybody is going to like me. But again, things that I need to work on. And that's why I love Strong Prison Wives, because it helps me. They help me. All these beautiful relationships that I've developed, each and every one of these girls that I have encountered on this journey have taught me something. So take that from each one of them. You know, the special attributes that each person has. And they know who they are in my lives. And as every day gets closer, I am meeting more and more new people. And now that I have this new outlet, or this new olive branch again, you know, it's going to extend. So again, you guys, just keep the faith. Keep staying positive. Keep staying strong. Remember that. Don't give up faith. And if this isn't working, then you need to, you know, if you're feeling like he's, you know, whatever, I don't want to get down that road right now, then you need to think about that, and you need to think about yourself. If you're losing yourself, then you need to think about that, because you should not be losing yourself on this journey. This should be enhancing yourself. This should be enhancing yourself. Remember that. All right, I'm going to leave that with that. Again, you guys, Bucks for Love. Hashtag Bucks for Love. Tell us your story. Everybody, $1. $1. That's it. $1. $7 gets you the poem. $25 gets you the tumbler and the poem. End of February is when we are going to be running the campaign until this Friday is the bonus girls night in. And then next Friday is the next girls night in. So keep up the faith, you guys. If you need anything, you know how to get a hold of me. Thanks for joining me. Again, I apologize that this is such a weird time to be doing this, but I have the house to myself, and it's been something on my mind, and I wanted to share that with you guys. I've been wanting to tell you the deep, dark story that we have. Again, who would have thought that I'd be here? You know, and I hear that. I hear that from girls, you know, like, I can't believe it, and, you know, I shouldn't be here. I didn't think I was going to be here 21 years ago. I didn't think I'd be here. They were getting married. Who would have thought? You know, so you never know. Keep up the faith. I love each and every one of you. Stay positive. Stay strong. Thank you for everything. I appreciate every single one of you. I love every single one of you. Do you. Don't forget to do you. I'm so proud of every single one of you guys that are doing you. I love you. Bye. Have a great day.